I'm hoping everybody's here. Hello, everybody. My name's Crit. I am your Dungeon Master for Crit Crafters here for tonight's episode of Curse of Strahd. I hope everybody's doing amazing, amazing, amazing. I have amazing amounts of energy and limited amount of players, but sometimes things happens. Yeah, so we're gonna be running it with a shorter staff than usual, but it's gonna be amazing and great. It's also great to see you guys. Sorry for last week since we didn't have any Kingmaker. But we're coming back and forth that next week for the Kingmaker, and tonight we are having Curse of Strahd. All right. I'm joined tonight by two players. So I have Cyrus and Irina with me tonight. How you doing, guys?
Good. I hope everyone else is good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. Big fan of the Dampiers. Yeah, I mean, like, we do not have any what's it called? Like the Vampire Hunter D or Blade or whatever, but All right, I'm going to go through some announcements as usual, and from there we can move on for tonight's episode. So, the first thing I want to do is, if you have not watched it yet, Commodore Zed has a Avatar, the Groovy Era, that just finished airing. He has it on his YouTube. Go check it out. If you want to see more of that, go tell him, because honestly, everything he does is amazing, and we need to see more of that. Amazing art done by Nerd Art over there and everything like that. It's honestly something amazing. You guys need to go check him out and tell him, please do more Avatar content. It's great. On our side, we have Alien Chariots of the Gods coming up in October. So we are still settling on a few things here, but we should have an announcement by the end of August telling you when that's going to happen and everything like that. Later this week, we are adding on the 14th of August. So for those who don't know a lot about me, I am an absolute Power Rangers nerd. I have board games. I've watched all the episodes. I can name episode name, titles, and stuff like that. And yeah, I really like that. And on the 14th, I have a from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12, so midnight. We're gonna have a Power Ranger one shot for an original team of Power Ranger called Chrono Squad. I'm going to roll for you guys. So I just finished, or rather a bit earlier this week, I just finished the intro for that. So I'm going to be playing you guys the intro for Power Rangers Chrono Squad. So you can see that. And yeah, so here we go. Wrong background. Here we go. Better background. So as you guys saw, I will be joined by Commodore Zed, Team Wildwood, Keywork Savior, two members of Attack of Opportunity, and Mark from the Cat's Meow Show. That will be here for the full episode, for the full one shot. Everything that you saw in the trailer is done by the players, music and everything like that's been done by us. So honestly, amazing content. Check it out on the 14th. It's going to be great. Also, I have not seen my hydration demon yet in the chat, but for those who noticed, with the impressive amount of talking I do during the streams, my viewers love making sure that I'm well hydrated. So to be sure that everybody's getting their channel's point. Yes, thank you so much for the hydrate right there. I see that Connected Gamer is filling in for Anku. Every one hydrate, I will be drinking a quarter of whatever I have right now. Currently, the standard size is this here. And I will be drinking a quarter of that. Thank you so much, Montreal Rugby Star, for this hydrate. Kesu for the hydrate. So, okay, I'm finishing this apparently. All right. I will be filling that up in a moment. So as I said, I will be drinking 1/4 of whatever I have on my hand. If you want me to change what I have on my hand, there is a. Give me a second. Is that the one? Yeah, here we go. So if you check in chat, if you want me to change my mug, it's either donations or bits. So 5,000 bits or $50 if you want me to drink for that. Meaning I will be hydrating way, way, way faster. So you don't need to do it as much. But that's one thing you guys have the power to do. You can see that over there. If you are sick of interrupting drama mid-game, just letting you guys know, if you are a subscriber, yes, there is a CP cup as well. There's a CP cup. There's not blood in that mug. Why would there be blood in my mug? It's water. So if you're sick of ads interrupting you mid-drama, please consider subscribing for a full ad-free viewing experience. And also some cool emotes based from the amazing art that Ree has provided us that you're going to see in the introduction for STRAHD in a moment. So this is also a good way to help the channel. Donations are also quite welcome in the About section, or if you type exclamation point dono in chat. Every bit helps basically to help. Every bit helps to keep the lights on and the goblins fed. As you know, last week, I'd already said about Kingmakers. I don't think we need to get back into that. I think I said everything I needed to do. Yeah, amazing little, emote there. That's apparently me, but, All right. Let me as usual, if I want to be true to myself, I do not have my notes pulled up to go into that intro. Vampires, blood drinkers, yes, indeed, but I am not myself a vampire. So, I'll let that to much, much, much more talented people like Kesu, who is an amazing quintessential vampire. I am not like that. So, let me put on some music. And I'm going to do that here. And we're going to go, where is it? Here we go. Super on brand, not being ready for that. All right. I shouldn't have said sippy cup. I mean, sippy cup. If you want to pay the bit for it, I don't mind. It's right here if you want to see it. It's a Mickey Mouse sippy cup. All right. Oh, that's right. This needs to be blood for that here. When I go all in character, I go all in. No fucking way. All right, so the calendar strolls back 3 months ago. By an evening, Irina had received a most troubling letter from her good friend. Dearest Irina, I don't know how much longer I can stay here. Mother has changed. No, that's not right. She has become something else. Her smiles are sharp now, like knives drawn across silk, and I swear I can hear her footsteps in the hall at night, pacing, as though she waits for something. The servants no longer speak to me. They pass in silence, eyes downcast, as if I were some ghost they dare not acknowledge. Victor frightens me the most. He whispers of rituals, one that will make us one for all eternity. I thought once that meant love. Now, I think it means something far different. Something that stares at me through his eyes. And it's not him. I'm not sure I want this anymore. I only want the days of our youth back, when we laughed in the gardens and the air was not as heavy with dread as it is now. I went to St. Andrew's to pray today, but even within those hollowed walls, I felt no protection, no peace. The Burgomeister's festivals have become stranger and forced cheers more desperate. The smiles are no longer encouraged, they are commanded. The town is like a puppet show now, and we all dance to the strings we can't see. Irina, could you convince your father to let me come to your manor in Barovia? It's spacious, I know, and perhaps we could be as friends as we were before. Perhaps there I could breathe again. Feel the dark pressing closer to each passing night, and you may be the only friend I have left. Please, answer soon. In fading hope, Stella Walkta. It was, of course, the last letter that Irina had received from her. Weeks later, the whispers began. Stella had gone completely mad. But in Barovia, such words are rarely the whole truth. Okay, we are in.
Yay.
I could have made a difference.
Nonsense. You're fine. Chill. No one even knows.
Ah, people can hear us now!
You cannot make the man the devil, for he is the ancient, he is land, and you are trespassers.
Is it working now? Yes. Hi. Hi, guys. Sorry about that, or whatever you heard. Yeah.
See, no one knows. It's cool.
No one knows. It's cool. All right. And we're gonna do that here. Nothing to see here. Hey, Jensen, how you doing? I'm just gonna do that real quick. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, just like cursing behind the curtain. Shit. All right. So let me just, again, not prepared for the amount of. I love you guys so much. You have no fucking clue how much I love you guys. Chat is so kind to me. And my players and my friends are so kind to me.
Oh, I can change that.
No, you're fine. Okay, let's go to the town of Vlaki. Wow. Rough. Banned. Alright. What went on? Alright. So, last we left off, Maz had just noticed something strange, and by the time that you noticed that something was wrong, you turned around and he was gone. It was also about the same time that we had Timothy and Christrid moving slightly further away, indicating that they were intended to study a bit more of the book that they have, and would likely be looking into, thank you for the hydrate, looking into joining back with you at Blue Water Inn, which left pretty much the unlikely duo of Irina and Cyrus alone in the streets just past the town square. Jesus. So, my friends, the floor is yours.
Irina kind of seeing that she is alone with Cyrus again.
Your favorite mortal being, Cyrus.
The one who constantly shadows.
Yes. She kind of takes a deep breath, determined to get it right this time and not have this be a incredibly awkward interaction. She just turns to him. So, there Was there anywhere that you particularly wanted to see here, or I was thinking perhaps we could go to the check in at the Blue Water Inn. You don't really talk very much. How do you prefer to communicate?
Take a second. Look. I don't. And then after a few seconds, it kind of go, but probably should, right?
She kind of nods. Usually, it can be helpful, especially when you are getting to know someone.
As you're having this conversation, you see a guard passing by, and for a second he looks at you oddly, kind of like, something's wrong, or like as if you would be spying somebody that would be in the middle of trying to steal something. Irina, you'd be the one to see him as he kind of like passed Cyrus, and kind of like his back's to you, but he's clearly looking over his shoulder. There seems to be something bugging him, and you see him go slightly further away and talking with another guard.
She is going to kind of turn and just tilt her head. I think she would just say, because she's not really one to beat around the bush. Excuse me, can I help you? Is there something you need from us?
The guards are clearly taken aback by the sudden confrontation. Normally guards command a certain degree of respect. People don't really want to approach them too much. And get it right with the next reincarnation. Oh my god. This is so wrong. So, this is, they seem to be, second one seems to be a bit more uncomfortable than the one that passed by you, and that guard takes a second, turns towards you, and yeah, don't you know smiling's mandatory here? You're in the middle of a festival. You should be smiling and laughing. And
but
you see, like, the guard has this very fake, like, smile on his lips. I'll
make eye contact. Go. I am. I have like bandages over.
The second guard can muster some courage. How about you lower him, so we can see?
He'll just stare at the guard.
Irina will give a small, pleasant, as she can muster, smile, and then just say, well, I'm sure you must know that sometimes when you are speaking, having a conversation, it's difficult to smile and talk at the same time. Your face does sort of lots of different things as you are pronouncing different words. It's not always so simple, but I will do my best to smile when I am not actively doing something else with my face.
Irina, being more diplomatic than these guards are even proficient in, you feel that your words are able to smooth it over, and just like it's either you successfully smoothed it over, or they're just confused at the words that you just threw at them, and they're like, yeah, sure. And they're just like slowly moving away.
When they leave, she kind of rolls her eyes and looks back at Cyrus.
As they leave, go closer, quietly, in.
How is that quiet?
I'm sorry. What was that? I don't know what you said.
In.
In. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Excellent.
She'll kind of point towards the the tavern.
Okay.
And say, so you haven't really told me much about how you actually ended up here in Barovia. Seems like each of you have a different story.
He'll be quiet for maybe a minute as you walk. Hand will go to the pocket. Kind of be thinking, and at some point you probably think he's just gonna, and then find.
You're cutting off a
Kidnap.
lot. I'm sorry.
Am I? Oh my lord! Let me go change my.
I'm sorry.
He'll take a second, and it'll take like a minute where he'll put his hand in his pocket and kind of be thinking as they walk, and you'll kind of think he probably just ignored me or is not going to talk, and then after a long time of this awkward silence, he'll just suddenly say, "I was kidnapped."
She'll kind of look, I think, a little surprised at that. So you were brought here against your will.
He'll nod.
She frowns, and then looks around, realizing that she's frowning, and kind of just like puts her hand in front of her face like she's yawning.
Fair.
And then that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. How did that happen? Where are they now? How did you escape?
He'll be quiet for a few seconds as you ask who. He'll kind of be scanning you and thinking, and finally he'll kind of relax a bit and pull from his pocket a pendant with a symbol on it, I believe.
Yes.
Would she recognize the symbol?
Yes, she would.
Okay. I'm assuming, because you've not confirmed it, I would say the symbol is of the Wachters, right?
Yes. The symbol,
And
the pendant marks the symbol of the Wachter house.
Her eyes do widen at that. Where did you get this?
he'll kind of cast his eyes down and think for a few seconds, and then say, my friend, the reason I'm here.
The person who brought you here, kidnapped you, they gave you this?
Well, woke up with it.
This is the crest of the Wachter house. They
He'll
live
just-
here in Vallaki. Did you know that?
He'll scan around and kind of clearly be looking for like a symbol or a banner. So,
You're looking around the town from where you are?
yeah.
So I would say that at this point you've walked. Oops, sorry, just give me a second. Just want to do one thing here. So are you looking for a random banner or just like the one bearing same?
Well, I'm looking for like the symbol or something that shows like the same thing on the pen.
You don't see any.
Okay. He'll return his eyes to Ivina. I didn't.
I lived with the Wachter family for my childhood, part of it anyway. I can tell you about them. And before we leave here, I need to see. I need to see them. My friend, she is the daughter of the family, and I am worried for her. Are you hoping you can find answers there?
He'll watch you for a bit. It's very quiet as he considers that. It's something he hadn't thought of until this point. Eventually he'll... I don't know.
She'll nod. Well, let's check in at the inn first, and then... I'm sure you must have some sort of questions. I would be happy to do something to help, considering everything you all have done for me.
He'll sort of nod his head. After a few moments of walk, he'll kind of... Can I see like a... I don't know, a castle, a manor, or some like big structure that I could assume the Baron lives in.
So from where you are, Wallachia itself is very much on flat grounds. It's going slowly downwards towards a lake to the north. So from where you are, you do not see any larger buildings or anything of the sort. The probably the biggest building in the village would be St. Andrew's, which is the church. But most buildings surrounding you are 2-story highs to begin with. So, like, even from where you are, you probably do not even see the church bell, like the church tower, or anything like that. So I would say no.
Okay, no problem. In that case, I think he'll kind of be walking silent along with Irina.
Sure. By the time that this conversation is finished, you would pass in front of what you, Irina, know to be the Blue Water Inn. You have the option to either stop there or continue onwards to the St. Andrew's Church itself. And from the inn itself, you would see, as the buildings on the western side of the city are more disheveled, perhaps more built on the cheap, I'd say. You would see from the Blue Water the spire that is the bell tower of St. Andrew's.
Mhm.
What would you do?
First things first, the inn.
Sure.
It's kind of a home base in a way
Mm-hmm.
to establish. She would want to make sure everyone has. They have secured a place for everyone to stay while they are there comfortably. So she'll kind of head in.
Give me a second. Here we go. Is it working? Is it not working? The Blue Water Inn. Oh wow, it's strange on stream. I'm sorry for you guys. You know what? Let's skip that because for some reason it's not working. Let's do that. I'll do something else, guys. We will do this instead. Perfect. The Blue Water Inn is a strange place amidst Wallachia itself. It's it stands clear from any other building. It seems to be almost settled on what is the highest ground within the town itself. It seems to be built almost out of a barn, you would say at first glance, a two-story barn, but the quality of the wood and the quality of the build is much more luxurious. Anybody who knows anything about Barovia knows that this establishment is actually owned by the Markovs. More specifically, the people who produce the wine within the valley that is Ravenloft, or at Barovia. The inn has been known to be a haven for misfits, for adventurers, and others. It is also a place that normally the Vlakovic boys hang out and are normally rowdy, but for now, obvious reasons, they will never be able to plague the main hall of the inn itself. For some reason, a lot of people also know that the inn owners are at somewhat odds with the rest of the Mardukov families. And have not spoken in a little while. And that would be about what you guys know as you slowly make your way within the inn itself. Do that here. Here we go. On the main floor, where you guys are slowly entering, there is a long bar that sits currently empty, directly in front of the main hall, of the main door. To the right rests this staircase that goes up into what seems to be the balcony, leading to a few doors upstairs. Anybody that's been here before knows, though, that most rooms that are for rent, you need to go outside and take another staircase that needs to be taken for the basically the rafters or the balcony that stands directly above the position that where you are right now. In the main room itself, where you are, sits about 3 to 5 other individuals that are slowly going about their businesses and are drinking the night away, or rather the evening, or at this point I'd say more the afternoon away. Behind the bar is a woman that you, Irina, would have seen before and would be able to identify as at least the wife of the owner. Give me a second. I will now show you the... Here we go. And this is what she looks like.
Cool.
What would you guys do?
Would I know her name? Like, would I be familiar with her?
You know her
from having
family
lived here?
name. You know that she is one of the Markovs, or at least she married into the Mardukov family. You do not know her first name.
All right. Well, Irina will go up to her nonetheless if she's in the front.
All right.
Excuse me. Hello. We are visiting.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Visiting from out of the city and hoping we could perhaps find a place to stay while we are here.
She's halfway into taking care of some of the plates and everything that's around her. Apparently, they just finished the afternoon meal, and she was like in the process of finishing that. She takes a second and looks at you, and you have a feeling she's looking you up and down for a second. She'll tilt her head to the side and shout, or rather call out to somebody that's clearly in the kitchen. Erwin, come here. And she'd look at you and strangely have a smile on her lips. You're Irina, aren't you? I'd remember your eyes everywhere I'd see them.
Hey, you recognize me? Yes, I am Irina. Irina Kolyana. It has been a long time since I've been in Balaki, but it is pleasure to be back.
Yes, Kolyana. Oh, yes, from Barovia. How is your father? She asks with the most benevolent tone in her voice.
It sounds like she genuinely doesn't know.
She seems to genuinely doesn't know. And as far as you're aware, your father passed away perhaps 3 to 4 days ago.
Yeah.
So it's rather new.
Irina, she kind of her expression falters a little. She tries not to show too much of her grief, but it definitely, there's a pang of it at that question.
She seems to be picking up on it, and her eyes go wide. She seems to be keenly aware that she misstepped, but she doesn't seem to know exactly what she did, if that makes sense.
Yep. She's gonna say, I am, unfortunately, my father, very, very recently, he passed. But
she's gonna throw the rag that she has over her shoulder, like, you know, kind of like resting it on her shoulder, and she's gonna go around the bar, lift up the little like tab that basically makes patron not being able to go behind the bar. She's gonna go around and come over towards you and gives you the warmest hug that she is able to do. You also notice that she's very tall. We're talking like skimming the 6 feet tall.
Yeah. Okay.
You'll maybe pick up Cyrus like getting posture like defensive, like, you know, this Irina, I don't trust anyone who knows Irina type thing.
Okay. Fair. Tall mummy, yes. Tall mummy. One of the many, apparently.
I was about to say, like, yeah, I'll take a hug from a 6-foot tall woman, sure. But she is going to, she would be like, I think kind of surprised, but she would definitely welcome it.
Okay.
She's, I think she is comfortable with warm people. Feels more at home that way. It can be sort of rare to find in Barovia.
Yeah.
So she, thank you very much for your kindness. I am so sorry. Please remind me of your name.
She laughs, but doesn't let go of the hug. Kind of like, you know, as far as you're concerned, this would be as much of a motherly hug as someone can give you. Like, you know, no, it's fine, don't worry about it, type thing. As she's doing that, coming out from the kitchen would be a man that's a bit taller, large-shouldered, seems to be wearing an outfit that doesn't match a person that should be a cook, or at least emerging from the kitchen. It would be this gentleman. Give me a second. Here we go. She would then, after a few seconds, like, slowly pulls away. Not a problem. I'm Danica. Martikov.
Danica Martikov, yes, I thought so. Danica. Very nice to be introduced officially.
You know what? Let's make something here. Talov. No, you knew me as Danica Talov. Here we go, guys. Include a chat right there. I was a servant in Wakta House.
Irina, would she, like, there be a recollection at that?
Irina had a good relationship with most servants who were not linked directly to the family. She was much younger, didn't have gray hair, but mentioning it and Marina kind of like jumbling her memory for a second, kind of like falls into place. She was not outstanding, but she was nice.
Yeah. Just, oh, that's right. I knew I recognized you from somewhere. Yes, I was, I am glad that you have found yourself a warmer place of employment.
She's gonna like give your hand a squeeze. Oh, warmer. There's nothing warmer. Anyways, And of course, outside of Wachter House, everything could be warmer. And she's gonna wink at you for a second, kind of go back behind the bar as her husband, you understand, comes out, and like the husband gives her a large hug, gives her a small kiss on the cheek. You called for me? Yes. Danica would be pointing towards him. This is Erwin, my husband. We wished to discuss maybe an opportunity, but I believe this is not what you've told me about your father. Is your brother now in charge of Barovia?
Yes. Yes, Ismarcus is an excellent leader.
Good. And what brings you to Vaki?
Well, a few sort of coincidences, I suppose. I'm here to visit Stella. I received a letter from her that
Her expression will darken as you mentioned that. Almost as if
I think
she-
immediately she'll just say, "What is it? What do you know?"
Not much, I fear, but there's rumors. We have not seen her father and now her in such a long time. We've heard that she now needs to be confined to her room and need to be fed, and that only a very select few amount of people can actually visit her. Fiona mentions that she's not the same person, that she lost it some kind of way.
She'll take a deep breath. Well, she was like a sister to me. Of everyone in that house,
I understand.
if there is anything I can do to help her, I will.
How urgently do you need to see her? And she's gonna cast a glance towards Erwin, kind of like who's gonna look at her like, what type? And then Danika's gonna look back towards you, wait an answer.
Well, I am soon. But is there something I can do for you?
Danika's gonna elbow her husband for a second, and he's gonna. I really don't think this is a job for visiting nobility, Danika. Are you sure that this is something we should ask from her? Danika's gonna stand up, try to make herself as tall as she possibly can, which kind of
Shouldn't be too hard.
shouldn't be too hard. Her husband kind of caves in a bit. We've had an issue recently at stockyards. The Wachter has offered a ransom for someone to be found. And of course, this does mean to have a meeting with Fiona Wachter. I think it would be the quickest way. Unless you have good relationships with them, you might as well go try your hand with that first. But should that fail, we maybe have a way to get you at least within the house.
Irina will kind of nod. So, what you're suggesting would be a place to meet with Fiona herself in public. Is that what I'm understanding?
No, sorry, I was not here. The Wachters have been sequestering themselves to the house. They have not gone out a whole lot. Seems that a lot have been plaguing the house, even though we've seen a lot of outsiders to the Wachter house. Fiona herself has been affected by the incident that happened into the stockyard. And she seems to be willing to put the money where it requires in order to fix it. She promised a hefty sum to whoever fixed the issue, which would mean a meeting with her directly. I would suggest that you first go see to the house itself, because I remember you were a ward there, weren't you not?
Yes, I was.
So maybe they'll let you in. If she refuses
Perhaps.
to see you, at least if you come on official business, she'll have no choices to take you in. So at least we'll get you 2 feet into the house. And it's just a 2-story building. How far and how hard can it be to find a place where Stella is?
Irina nods. Well, sounds like I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone then.
Are you going to the house first, or do you want me to give you the information that you need?
Well, if I am going to present myself with some sort of solution to this issue with the stockyards, I think it would behoove me to understand what the issue is. And I should have introduced you sooner. She'll kind of tap, gently nudge Cyrus forward, who I imagine is probably not.
He's been eyeing them, but he's staying kind of more like a pretending to be a bodyguard style.
Sure.
Yeah, she'll kind of nudge him forward a little. This is my friend Cyrus. He helped me arrive safely here on the roads.
They're both gonna nod. You seem to notice that they're eyeing him for a second as much as probably he's eyeing them back, and there's some unease to his presentation. There's something that seems to be unsettling them.
You'll maybe see Cyrus grin for the first, like, not see him grin, but you'll feel him kind of like grin at seeing his presence work on someone else.
Intimidate people.
Yeah, yeah.
I am intimidating people. Yay. The man's gonna take a second. Oh yes. He's gonna wash his hand on his clothes at the front of his suit, and he's gonna extend an arm. My name is Orwin Mardukov. I'm the owner and proprietor of the Blue Water Inn.
He'll shake the hand. Cyrus!
You're gonna notice that Erwin's gonna squeeze your hand a bit more. And Irina, as you are trained in the, I believe, yes, you are trained in Arcane. You notice that he's channeling a spell.
Okay.
It takes a second. Like he squeezed the hand. He squeezes Cyrus's hand like an uncomfortable amount of time until he's able to apparently get whatever result he wanted from a spell and lets go of his hand.
Okay.
How long?
We're talking about 6 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Irina will kind of look at him, kind of quizzically.
He'll look at you and smile. Clearly not knowing that you have any type of training in anything like that. He believes that whatever he's done, and I mean, you'd probably understand that with your being, of course, you're knowledgeable in performance, diplomacy.
Yeah.
So you're able to understand that. Doesn't believe that you have the chops to realize what each did.
I think she. I have I believe because I have the infinite eye. Detect magic, and I'm going to. I'll post it.
So if you detect magic, one thing, your detect magic is still picked up as if you're casting detect magic. So anybody knowledgeable in that will pick up on it. It just gives off more information. Yours just gives off more information.
Yeah, I'd mainly just be looking for to see what kind of thing he was casting, just to make sure it wasn't threatening. Like, if he was trying to just gain information to make sure that Cyrus wasn't a threat to him, like, she's not going to care about that. That's understandable. But if he was, like, doing something to, charm him or something like that, that would be concerning.
So rather than having you use abilities and so forth, you are trained in arcane. You're able to know a person casting a spell, even though it's subtly. So he was casting a spell of divination of some kind, meaning that he was divination being the magic of information. He was either ausculting him for some type of magical feedback. Was either detecting magic on him or identifying a magic on him or detect alignment maybe. It's in these lines.
Okay. Then that's fine. She's just...
And that is of course taken from your entire knowledge rather than just casting a spell. So it's just a little guy. Yeah, well you don't know a whole lot about that little guy. If you're willing, he's gonna break off and look towards Irina. If you're willing, go to the Arasek stockyards. The person you want to meet is Izek. He's not exactly the constable, and I know that he is off-putting, but he's currently there on business by the Baron. You see, Yelena Arasek, the wife of Guntar Arasek, the owner of the stockyard, was murdered not 2 days ago. And for now, Guntar is beyond himself, meaning that any business going to and from the warehouse has stopped, essentially. Our warehouses are pivotal for any businesses done in the valley, and either from Kratk to Barovia to the wines themselves, everything transits from here. So as long as we do not put them to rest, it'll keep going. Lady Fiona Wakta has been trying to trump the Valakovic family forever, and I think that her putting up some kind of reward for anybody that solves the issue is her way of giving the finger to the Valakovic family. Not that they've deserved it, and with the unfortunate events that happened recently.
Could you... What exactly do you mean? Recent events?
So he's gonna look at you for a second. 3 days ago, the Valakovic boys, they've been found headless just outside the city.
Wasn't that the Wachter?
No. Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry. Oh my God.
No, it's okay.
Yes, you're right. You're right. It's the Wachter. Never mind. I'm confusing Wachter and Valakovic. We got this. Disregard everything that I just said.
Oh, good. Yep. She's acutely aware of that. Alrighty. Well, alright. So, do you recommend checking out this place first before, or going to speak with Fiona first?
Are you asking him?
Yeah.
Might I ask, what were you doing in Alaki in the first place?
Here to see Stella.
Then I suggest going at least to the house and seeing if they'll see you.
She nods.
I have also your friend here. You have a dwarf as a friend, a woman, correct?
Yes.
They've rented a room upstairs. If you want to leave anything there, it's free to you, but you do need to use the stairs outside.
Understood. Thank you.
It is before. Don't worry.
Oh. Thank you.
He's gonna nod. What will you guys do?
I think she would step away with Cyrus and she would ask.
Well, sorry, as you begin to leave, Cyrus will take the opportunity to kind of go close to the counter, ask, new people? Anyone from outside?
You're asking Erwin or Danica?
Whoever is there. Like, both of them are both there.
Both
but
of them
yeah.
are accessible. So which one would you have?
It's just like a general projection to both of them.
They both look at each other for a second and look towards you, and Erwin's gonna be the one speaking. Are you looking for anybody specific? We can keep an eye out.
He'll be quiet. See thing. Kind of sigh and bounce his head back and forth. Thought, well, might be pretending to be someone else.
He seems unsure at what you mean. As in, like, you're asking someone, like, hey, would you know a person that's pretending to be another person type thing?
Yeah.
It's like, They seem unsure. We haven't seen anybody new. Except, of course, there's the circus in town that's been new, but I figured that they were just hired by the Bickelmeister. Husband is gonna chime in. Yes, I hear that they come from beyond the valley.
He'll glance back to Irina, back to them, nod. Watch him.
The two tavern owners are kind of like looking at you strangely, at you asking them to watch them.
He'll kind of sigh, open up his like coin pouch, put a gold on the table.
For this, I would ask you to do a diplomacy check. And let me just, before you do that, just give me a second.
Oh,
never mind. Because I noticed that the black window beneath me is technically the place where we have rolls being done. I'm sorry, guys. Roll for seduction. I mean, diplomacy.
do you want me to reroll?
No, you're fine. Okay. You know when you have a feeling, I would say, like, if you've made a pact with the devil, sometimes you realize it. You feel as if you've made a pact with something or someone that's perhaps a bit more than you chewed for, or that you asked for. Does that make sense?
Every day.
Good. Erwin's gonna take the goal. He's gonna put it in the like the register at bar, and he's gonna take 10 silver pieces. Will nod at you, and will go back out by the kitchen.
Is he handing me the silver, or just taking?
You notice that he basically took the gold piece that you gave him, put it in the register, and took out 10 silver pieces. Exact change for gold piece, and went outside or went towards the kitchen.
Okay. I'll try to follow.
Oh no! He's not asking you to follow him.
Well, after Danica makes that clear, he'll kind of awkwardly step back, go to Ivina's side.
Danica would also take a moment to. Oh, thank you so much for the 10 gold. 10 gold for the party stash. Let's add it right now. Just gonna add that 10 gold. Open sheet stash. 10 gold.
I forgot we had a stash.
What?
I forgot we had a party sheet like that.
Danica tells you, of course, that if oh, thank you, Sasa, for the hydrate. I hope you're doing fine. By the way, Sasa is the chat. She is not playing with us tonight because she is from a place where Mother Nature wants them not to breathe because there's a lot of fire and everything like that. So thank you at least for being here tonight. Hope you're fine, Sasa. All right. It's actually Thorin. Wow, you're logging in to your girlfriend's account. Okay. Danica is gonna also mention that outside to the right, outside to the left, there's a staircase that leads up into a door leading inside again once more on a balcony that will be overseeing the room that you guys are in right now. And the first room to the left is one of the rooms that your party has rented. Fair enough?
Yep. As they are going up there and they're alone, I think she would turn to Cyrus and ask, so, you may be able to get some answers at the Wachter house, but are you comfortable going there and asking those questions now?
I think a hand would kind of rest his gun, and he'll kind of think for a few seconds as he kind of flicks the flintlock barrel chamber, striking hammer afterward, for a few seconds thought before saying, "Not sure I'm asking."
She'll nod. Is there anything you would like me to ask then for you?
He'll for a bit, then say, "Guess. Want to know why?"
Why you found this symbol of theirs when you awoke after being kidnapped?
He'll give a nod.
She'll nod. I will see what I can do.
He'll let her begin to walk away, and then kind of say, kind of force it out of himself to say, "Thanks."
She'll have a genuine smile at that.
Chapter 8, first time Cyrus says thank you.
She'll smile at that and just, no problem. That is what friends do, is they help each other.
Where?
He'll-
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
He'll
go.
kind of look strange at being called just kind of like give like a weird like a body language that's like, yeah, totally. Type, like, he's uncomfortable.
Aww.
Okay.
So you head outside of the Blue Water Inn. Would you go anywhere? Where would you go, actually? Would you go up in the room? Would you go right away to Wachter House? Would you go to Arasek Stockyard? Would you go to the St. Andrews?
Would probably, Irina would be making towards the Wachter house, but would, check in with Cyrus to see if there was anywhere he needed to stop first.
Yeah, no, he'd just be willing to go.
Going to walk your house?
Yep.
Alright. Let's do this, and let's do... Give me a second. So the walk from the Blue Water all the way up to the Wachter House is not that long. Wachter House stands there, of course, past this small fence. Just give me a second. Here we go. The Wachter House loomed over its garden like a patient predator. Its facade, a patchwork of faded grandeur and creeping decay. High gabled, it jutted sharply against the sky. Their black shingled peaks, sleek with rain and age, even though it seems that it hasn't rained in a while. Shutters hung crooked on rusted hinges, yet the curtain behind them were drawn tight, concealing whatever moved within. The air around the estate felt contrary to what arena you are used to still. As though the street itself kept its distance. Weeds and wild grasses pressed against the wrought iron fence, their growth clearly unchecked. In the dim light, the narrow windows glimmered faintly, not with warmth, but with a gleam of watchful eye, maybe. Somewhere inside, the faint echo of a door closing carried through the air, swallowed quickly by silence. The iron-wrought gate stands in front of you, and Irina, you pushed it multiple times. It stands, and still to this day, doesn't have any lock, just requiring you to do a simple push. But for all that is worth, this seems to be a momentous task to ask of you, specifically due to the baggage of history you have here. What would you do?
I shall go up to it and just kind of stare at the gate for a minute. And take a deep breath. So some things you should know before we go in.
He'll kind of push on the gate and say, "Rich bastard!"
I'm sorry, what was that?
Take a second, scan a bit, and look at her and remind himself that she's also technically nobility, and withdraw his comment, go, nothing.
She'll raise an eyebrow, smile a little bit. Fiona is a very stern sort of woman. She wants to impress people, though. She plays herself very differently to the public eye than she does in private. Stella was very kind. I don't know what has become of her now. Leona will most likely also be in mourning. If you remember those... She takes this kind of shaky breath. When we were at the castle of STRAHD, at the banquet, and the man came in with 2 heads. You remember, right?
He'll give an
Those are Fiona's sons. Were Fiona's sons. Stella's brother.
He'll look up towards the house, past the gate. Thought, kind of. He's clearly debating about like if he wants to pretend that he cares, just doesn't care about pretending. Yeah.
She's kind of like, you didn't know them. I understand. They weren't very kind people anyway. But I did sort of grow up with them, and I'm sure you should just know that she will likely be mourning. Whether what you choose to do with that information is up to you, but I'm sure it will affect her mood.
He'll watch Ivina for a bit and ask, "The family?" And he'll motion towards her.
She'll kind of when I was a little girl, my family.
He'll interrupt to save her and say, "You care."
I care. This house. This is not. They're not really my family. They never treated me like one. Except for Stella. Stella was always very kind to me, and I would consider her sort of like family. So, to the extent that this affects her, I will mourn with her.
He'll think for a few. Vest open. Hand will, vest to the hilt.
She'll kind of nod. And push on the gate.
The path leading to the front steps was paved in cracked stones, flanked by flower beds long since gone to ruin, the blooms choked by thorn and vine. The double door at the entry were carved with faded heraldry. Same heraldry that you notice, Cyrus, is marked on the pendant that you showed a few perhaps hours ago to Irina at this point. Lines in shape so worn that they were more suggestion than symbols, but still discernible for you. A lantern swung gently from a chain above, casting a restless shadow across the porch, though no wind steered. Even before crossing the threshold, the house seems to press almost inwards. The windows, the roof, walls all lean towards those who dare to approach. And then, which one of you would knock?
He would let Ivina. She knows these people.
She would knock.
It is a very heavy nod. Very muffled with this heavy double door. You do notice, Irina, that the double door that they have now is not the same one that was before. It was cheaper before. Now it seems to be almost like a mark of prestige, as a statement of somebody that, hey, we are important. And you knock on the door. Give me a few seconds. I want to do one thing here, just real quick. All right. The door is opened by a younger boy that you've never seen before, Irina. He does, though, dress in the typical fashion that the Wachter require their servants to be dressed in. He looks at you for a second, seems to be awaiting some type of inquiry or perhaps you stating whatever business you have here.
She will smile and kind of just like a very genuine smile. She has a lot of, I mean, she generally has respect for servants, especially ones who are working here.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And we'll just say, hello, apologies to bother you this afternoon, but I am here to see Lady Wachter. My name is Irina Koliana. I am here from Barovia. The
She is gonna
daughter of
Oh, sorry.
Irina Koliana, daughter of Kolian.
He's gonna look at you up and down for a second. Are you here on official business?
Yes.
And what business would that be?
I am here for a couple of reasons. One is to offer to take care of some sort of job that I understand the lady is interested in investigating.
Boy,
Aside from that, I do. And she'll just kind of stop, and I think just that is probably enough. I can explain the rest to her if that will do.
I will go see if Lady Wachter is available. You may step into the hallway, and he's gonna open the door and let you, like, kind of like in this front portion of the main entrance. There's a double door basically past that, where he's basically gonna pass through. You know that this is basically the wait area where people are waiting, or rather when they want a meeting or stuff of some sort, where they're staying and awaiting an answer if Wachter are available. He's gonna pass through the door, and you're gonna hear a door to the left side being opened. You're gonna hear some discussion through the walls, of course, because the walls in Vallaki are not exactly paper thin, but they're not they're not that thick, and there seemed to be a hint of surprise in a woman's voice. Then a calmer tone, and perhaps a minute or so after, the boy would come back, opening the door. Lady Wachter will be seeing you if you would just follow me.
Irina will nod. Kind of take a deep breath. And turn to Cyrus and kind of tilt her head. And then start to follow.
Excellent. Cyrus, go ahead.
Yeah, he'll just stay silent. Kind of be watching the servant, be staring at the doorway. And he's clearly in thought and still, like, conflicted on his end about what he's really doing. He's clearly, like, in his head he's running through the, like, many ideas. Like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Like, I should have thought more. And then he'll follow Irina.
Sure. So the servant boy will take you through a door directly in front of you. Past that door, there is a door to the left, a door to the right, and a staircase leading upstairs. Irina, you would know that upstairs is where the bedrooms are and where the living quarters are. To the right is the kitchen, and to the left is kind of like the main, both dining area and the fireplace and so forth, so on. The boy would take you to the left area. Would be the first one to go there. I'll leave you this small gap if you want to do anything else, then just follow him. Would you both follow him?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Unless Cyrus wants to do different. She would be definitely keeping an eye on Cyrus for any signs of his discomfort that is more discomfort than his regular Cyrus.
Yeah, he'll be following.
Excellent. Give me a second. I'm going to do one thing here. So you enter in this room that both serves as a dining room and also as a common area in front of the fireplace. You'll notice that in a hurry, as you're stepping into the room, there's a servant that slowly exits the room, and on the table in front of the fireplace is now 3 glasses that are ready of wine that have been already poured, the standard grape mash, which is the standard blend that we have here in Barovia. And sitting basically the furthest away from the door and looking towards the door is a woman in this lavish red dress with a high collar. She seems to be commanding almost this area that's in front of her, and she has this hairstyle dressed up in almost like a bun, almost like Queen Abdallah type of very intricate hairdo. Her skin is pale, and she seems almost sickly thin, but seems to have an inner strength to her. She nods to you, and Irina, you recognize the matriarch of the Walker, Fiona Walker, which does not get up as you walk in.
As I take in this sickly, pale, gaunt, but imposing figure.
You are a proficient enough individual in undead lore that just by the heave of her chest and the fact that she is drinking wine, that she seems to be in the middle of finishing something off to eat, she is likely not an undead.
So not all nobles are. Is what I
Does that make sense enough?
Yes.
All right, and this is where we will be taking our bio break, our 5-minute bio break. So if you guys want, we'll be going over 5 minutes. It is the time for you guys to just delector yourselves in the forthcoming events that we have, the little schedule that we're going to have during the break. And I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
See you then.
Press the button. Is it working? It is working. Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging around. So, last we left off, Irina and Cyrus had just entered their house and had been led into the main living area where a woman was awaiting for them. She had shown a lack of reverence, perhaps, to another noble of the esteemed lands of Barovia, not standing even up for Irina. Irina, you knew Lady Fiona enough to know that this was definitely meant as a slight. She does smile, though, and motion to the seating before her where the 2 glasses of wine were waiting, and invited you there to sit.
Yeah. Irina's going to pretend that she doesn't notice the slight. And just smile and sit down. She's like pretty nervous internally. Like,
How much
this
of it
woman
would
was
show?
never. Maybe I'll roll. I might roll for that.
Sure. I would ask you then to roll performance.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because this woman was always pretty cruel to her, and then she just also recently found out that also tried to have her killed, so.
Yeah. Please, nat 20. No. It's not that 20, but still, it's still very high.
Oh, it's not bad.
You know her. You know Fiona walked her to be at least a trained diplomat. You feel that she exploits every weakness that she sees.
Yep.
She does not do any quip or anything specific with your nervousness. Letting you know maybe she did not exactly notice it. Or at least not right away, and not quickly enough to make something of it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You both sit down at the on the couch, and she, on her side, takes her wine slowly. Seems to be smelling it, taking a small sip. She's really a creature of elegance and grace, and she seems to try to portray and at least bring out as much of a noble as she can, almost as if she's trying to portray herself as more of a noble than you are, even though you are a noble by birth and she is not.
Yep.
She says nothing and seems to be expecting you to announce your reason for being here.
Thank you, Lady Wachter, for your hospitality. It is good to see you again after so long.
She nods and simply says, "Of course it is."
I am here for a couple of reasons. I had business. Yes, I had business in the Laki, and I was made aware, as I checked in at the inn, that you had an issue that you were perhaps looking to investigate or have someone else take care of.
She's gonna
With regard to the shipyard.
She's gonna tilt her head to the side and look at you for a second. Are we talking family here or business?
I'm here on business.
I guess that your foster sibling's death is of little import from you. I would expect no less from a Polyanovic, but to be so cold, not to even offer condolences.
Apologies. My condolences, Lady Doctor. I did have some family business here as well.
Yes.
I received a letter from Stella.
She will not
And I
see
hear-
you. She told me herself.
Even so, I would like to inquire as to her state and see if there is anything I can do for her.
She's gonna take a perhaps bigger sip of her wine and set it down for her. I believe that you have done more than enough for this family. She's looking at you dead cold in the eyes, and you feel that this is a don't thread further type of warning, maybe. You have an inkling that she perhaps know how involved you were in what happened to her sons. She doesn't say it outright, but her eyes are kind of like the same type of eyes as that she seen when she looked at you when her first child died because of you.
Cyrus will kind of deject, go, I know potions, medicine. Let me look.
She's gonna look towards you, then back towards Irina, completely disregarding whatever you just said. I see that you bring suitable company as well.
I bring a friend, yes, who has traveled with me along the road on my way here. She kind of takes a deep breath.
Let's put aside maybe our differences. I have business that needs to be taken care of, and you wish something from me. I am inclined to maybe let you see Stella under supervised watch, of course. You see, Stella is unwell at the present, and I would not want her to be troubled by a sector of her past showing up after so much trauma has weighted her down. But if you wish to see her, I have business that needs to be taken care of. If you'd be willing to work for me, Irina. Now, would you?
Irina kind of... She doesn't like this, but doesn't really see another option. She's going to nod. I would.
Of course you would. After all... No, never mind.
Please, you should be able to speak your mind among, what was it you said? Family?
You're gonna see her smile, kind of like, trying to like... You feel as if what you just said is a gut punch of sorts. And she's gonna quickly look around to be sure that you guys were alone in the room when you said that. No, it's fine, child. I have things well above whatever is happening in poor and meager Barovia. We're trying to make things better here, and it's fine. I have interests in Arasek's stockyard. Interests that have been troubled, and an income of money that's stopped. in exchange of seeing it back perhaps restored, or perhaps poor Gunter's wife seen to be brought a modicum of justice. I'd be willing to trade that for a brief meeting with Stella. Of course, by doing so, I would presume that you are foregoing any monetary reward. Are we in agreement?
Yes, I am in agreement.
She's gonna nod and take back her glass of wine. Then I suggest that you make your way to Arasek's dockyard and bring me perhaps the swift justice that Kolyan Indirvik was so well known for. Of course, that's when he was not too busy trying to be loved by his people. I would require... Yes, go ahead.
She's, I think that her temper flares up a little bit at that. Because this is her father who she loved and who was respected by her people and who is passed now. And she'll say, well, it is, my father never had to try to gain the love of his people. He simply gained it for his actions. Something that, perhaps you could learn from.
You notice the immediate sting of your words. And you feel as if she's almost about to slap back, grasping her dress and kind of like, knuckles closing on the clothes of her skirt. And she's boiling inside. You see in her hands, but her face remains a mask and basically doesn't exactly answers to the provocation. She'll just smile, and I see that you've taken some lessons at least from me.
It would be a shame for me to have lived here for so many years and learned nothing, I think.
And yet,
But
I was
you
wondering.
must...
Now, the Arasek
The wondering
Dockyard
what? Yes.
means motive and opportunity is what Izek asked of me. I need you to then decipher what are the means, motives, and the opportunity of the individual who killed this poor woman. At least if we can bring the semblance of peace to poor Gunter, we might as well resume business quickly. Don't you agree?
I do. In this we are in agreement, and I will forgive, and hope you will forgive a little bit of difficult feelings. I understand that we are both grieving right now.
Oh, trust me, Irina. I forget absolutely nothing. She's gonna stand up and motion slowly towards the door.
I will return when I have more information.
You'll remain silent and let you leave.
Yeah.
Cyrus, will you follow?
He'll linger for studying. Sorry. He'll linger for a second and study the woman, and then begin to leave with Irene.
Give me a second. I want to check one thing.
As they are leaving, too, probably Cyrus would notice, her, like, fists are just kind of clenched.
I would say that Cyrus, since you're watching Lady Wachter as Irina turns around and leaves, her mask drops for a moment. Until she, of course, notices that you're watching her. And in that brief moment, you saw absolute disgust and hatred. If her eyes could kill Irina right now, Irina would be dead. Does that make sense? That
Yeah.
moment that she noticed that you're watching, comes back and she smiles at you, kind of like perhaps a bit troubled that you might have seen whatever she was portraying, but
As he passes her to exit, he'll just go, "Try."
wow. Give me a second. I mean, you're trained in diplomacy. You know what? I'll let you roll for diplomacy.
Okay. I will use a hero.
Oh, hero point.
Oh, well.
Nope.
I tried.
Letting also, I see some people say, "Oh, I deserve a hero point about what she did." I'm not giving hero points to my player for two reasons. We have cards that you can actually go using by using Streamloots. I think this is it right now. Yes, exactly. You can check out the cards. We normally give out giveaways and so forth for the cards that players can use. I have been away for a week, so I'm sorry for that. It's not set up properly. But yes, it's kind of like Magic and so forth and so on. No, don't. Okay, don't disappear too fast. The other way that you can do is, I believe that we have for 3,000. Is it 4,000 channel points. You can give a hero point to a player. Simply by spending 4,000 hero points, 4,000 channel points, and indicating who you want the person to receive a hero point, and that's how basically chat can give points to players. That's why we're not giving out hero points. That's your job, chat, to do. All right. So you guys exit Wachter House, led there by the same little gentleman that led you inside. You have a feeling that he was looking at 4,000 hero points. I can't give hero points. I'm sorry. Out to the main area and back outside into the street of Valaki, where you now must decide where you wish to go. By that time, the sun is slowly going down. Meaning that investigation for Arasak's stockyard would be done in the dark, or you have the opportunity maybe to go to the Church of St. Andrew's, at least for a visit, or go back to the Blue Water Inn for the evening. Where would you go?
Well,
I didn't say that, Kaisu. I didn't say that, Kaisu. I didn't say that.
As once we're off the ground,
Yes.
motion back to it, and then say to Irina, "Third head." Make a cutting motion across my head, my neck.
What? Just out of character, what did you say?
Sorry, my voice is going.
Okay.
Third neck. Third head.
Irina kind of, she smiles almost a little bit at that and just shakes her head. That woman has never liked me. And even for a long time, I just wanted I just wanted her to like me like she liked her own children. But eventually I learned that she never would. And
He'll shake his head, pat his knife, and say, "Could do it."
perhaps sometime in the future, but not right now. I prefer that to be an absolute last resort rather than a go-to problem-solving sort of solution. That's just me, though.
He'll kind of look tired at the being put no. And then sort of be waiting, clearly willing to like follow you where you're gonna.
Yeah. She will. Absolutely. Start going. She's like, that we could stop by the church just to say that we did it, and then you don't have to. No one has to lie to my brother.
He'll kind of just got paid, don't care.
Wow.
Sorry. What did you say?
Got paid, don't care.
Not. She just kind of. So, what do you care about besides being paid? What do you want the money for if you don't care about anything else?
While you're talking about that, I just want to know for my own personal sanity, are you in front of the Walker house or you're walking towards the direction?
Probably just walking towards the church.
Okay, so basically passing in front of the Blue Water and then heading towards St. Andrews, correct?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
He'll be quiet for a bit. He's clearly never thought, like, what am I making money for? And after a bit, I'll say, not sure. Go home. Better life.
Did you like your life before?
He'll once again go very quiet. You clearly like hit something where like he had to think for quite some time. Question. Finally, he'll say, "Some of it, some of it."
So you miss it?
Oh, sorry, I'm choking. On water. Not sure. It exists.
Your home? What happened?
Always poor. And then he'll pause, think about it for a bit, and kind of look around. How many? It's getting close to night. How many people are?
That are what?
Like outside and around?
Okay, as you look around, just give me a second. I want to check one thing here real quick. As you look around, I would like to have you make a willpower saving throw.
Okay, one quick question.
Yes.
I have to find. Does it include any kind of illusion?
No. Excellent. So you were walking side by side, slowly heading towards St. Andrews. As you're heading towards St. Andrews, you take about, like, you know when you're just talking to someone that's beside you and you ask a few questions, and after a few moments that you're just realizing that they're not talking with you, you just learn and look sideways and they're not there. That's what you notice, Irina. Cyrus is just not there anymore. Cyrus, for some reason, you felt compelled to head sideways into one of the alleys and take a left and take a right. Pretty much outside of the view of anybody. You realized that you were following someone whose gaze you crossed as you were walking. As you were now further into the alleyway, this figure turns around, and just give me a second. I'm gonna do one thing here. I'm gonna do, please, that. I don't know if it's gonna, I hope it's not gonna show for anybody else. Maybe it's gonna show for everybody else. Yes, it doesn't. Does I just wanted to, does 26 hit you?
AC? Yes, it does.
Excellent. So you will be taking 24 points of damage.
Oh, I hate to do this to you.
Yes.
Well, never mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, 24 points.
Yes. The woman that you were following, her hood falls down, and you have, in a fraction of a second, Anastasia tearing you apart. Her first attack deals 24 points of damage. Her second attack uh, 24 hit. Yeah.
Yeah, hits my AC. Meets it.
16 damage.
Okay.
And her last attack will be a critical hit for 30 points of damage.
Okay, I am unconscious.
Okay. So, Irina, you were walking. You noticed that Cyrus was not following you for a second. So you stopped and backtrack. And then you heard literally like two cats were fighting in the alleyway. You hear somebody just go, "Ah!" like as if they were being literally torn apart. What would you do?
Cyrus?
If you check the alleyway, there's nothing, but sound definitely came from there.
She's looking around frantically. I mean, what's happening? Is Cyrus, like, is he, like, passing out?
So, if you backtrack and look in the alleyway where you think Cyrus went, you don't see nothing. You feel that he probably took a left and a right, which would require you to do a bit of searching to read.
Yeah, she would.
Excellent. So you probably take a few seconds to find where this sound came from.
Yeah.
And the only thing that you find is down on the ground in a pool of blood, raked savagely in multiple areas. Cyrus struggling for his life. It happened in an instant.
She's going to him immediately. And she immediately is going to feed him a healing potion.
Excellent. Healing from any hit points? 5 points. Here we go. Cyrus, you catch back your breath as the potion slowly works through you. This was by far the most savage attack that you've ever felt, that you've ever witnessed. This person didn't want you to be alive and did so out and away from prying eyes. This was perhaps a warning shot or perhaps a test. You're not sure exactly what it was, but the feeling that you have is you're alive right now because she allows you to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
And Irina then is also going to cast Soothe.
Perfect. You can roll for the healing. Perfect. An extra 6 points of health.
And for a minute, mental defenses are boosted.
Cool. Cyrus, what would be the first words out of your mouth?
Oh man. I think a lot of cough and sputting. You know, probably some blood coming and stuff like that. And then he'll quickly look around and he'll try to like gather himself and like immediately like draw his weapon, look like yeah, I'm tough and stuff, but he'll quickly fall, be unable to, you know, play the part.
You're looking up nervously at the rafters and the top of all buildings around you, the wind. The creeping presence is still there in your mind, but you don't see the woman that you've seen before. You're sure that she had blonde locks.
Mhm.
You've seen Anastasia before. This was her, but you'd never expected someone of her size, of her grace, how she presented herself to be as violent as this attack was.
Mm. I think he'll say out loud, just like in general, say, call off your pet! And then kind of realize that Ivana's there. Kind of like vents a bit.
Cyrus, what happened?
That one girl, the blonde, fanged castle.
We need to get you inside very, very quickly. Let's, and she'll just kind of try to help him stand.
Okay.
You need rest. We can visit the church later. Or
I know enough about undead for this. I'll say church now.
she'll nod. And then kind of help him try to get to the church. They should be pretty close now.
To your knowledge, it is pretty close, yes. The Church of St. Andrew stood at the end of a weary street. Its ancient stone, the color of old bones, weathered by years of wind and despair. Once its spires must have reached the heavens like outstretched prayers, but now it leaned over so slightly, as though bowed under the weight of forgotten blessings. Stained glass's windows were dull, its colors muted by centuries of grime, and the carved saints along the entry arch wore faces smoothed by time, their features lost to the erosion of countless seasons. The faint scent of incense lingered in the cold air, mingled with the musty breath of age that seeped from the half-open door, and from within, the echo of a slow prayer rolled outward like a heartbeat in the dark. One thing that both of you could see was the facade itself seemed to have been raked by claws, marks of animal raking the stone countless and countless times, as if the church itself had weathered many sieges and assaults from the otherworldly. It was supposed to be a place that you'd feel safe, but you feel that the very faith here was under siege. What would you do?
I'll immediately collapse to like you and take a bit to like.
Gotcha.
Yeah, to like gather myself.
Sure.
You'll see him start to like immediately take off bandages from like his arm.
You're still outside at that point.
Oh, okay. No, shoot. I mean, I'd be trying to hobble. And...
Give me a few seconds. I am required to hydrate. Thank you so much. Here we go. Sorry about that. All right. Do I have just a second? All right. So would you walk in?
Yeah, assuming it's like able to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's open. So, give me a second. Inside, the candlelit tremble upon cracked plaster walls, throwing long shadows across rows and rows of worn pews. The great altar, veiled, is in frayed clothes. Just give me a second. That's too much water. And seemed smaller than it should, dwarfed by the vast emptiness of the nave, save from a few faithful that still clinged to the hope that this place offered true shelter. You likely, Irina, noticed this well past and halfway inside, but there's a single individual that stands out, sitting at one of the far bench. A blonde woman that seems to be in prayer. A blonde woman that you met in Castle Ravenloft. Each flicker, of course, of flame revealed dust drifting like ghostly motes in the air, and the hush carried the weight, as though the silence itself was watching. From a narrow side door, a tall, stooped figure emerged. Robes threadbare, hands clasped tightly together, his face was thin, his eyes sunken but bright, with some private fire. He moved towards you with haste, the sounds of his step echoing in the hollow space, until at last the priest of St. Andrew's, Father Lucian Petrovic, stood before you. And then off to the side, Lady Anastasia, clearly in prayer of some sort, seeming somewhat amused by the show before her. What would you do?
Irina goes pale. She's gonna look to Cyrus and look towards Anastasia and do you still want to be here?
I think he's bloodied enough to where, at the sight of seeing her, the priest and the like, he's just going to collapse again. He's exhausted. He's on the brink of death. He was dead, or dying.
The priest is going to panic for a second and lower himself down to the ground and offer what meager spell that he has in order to help you out. What would Irina do in the meantime?
She's just gonna position herself kind of protectively.
Would she look towards
in a weird,
or she would be more concerned about what?
She is standing, making sure she's putting herself between Anastasia and Cyrus, but she is she's keeping kind of one eye on each of them. definitely like wary of her movements and
Fair.
kind of
Fair.
slight glare.
The graceful blonde woman would slowly stand up and drag lazily herself towards where you are, her hand trailing along one of the benches. As she does, she looks at you and gets uncomfortably close. Looks over your shoulder towards Cyrus. Is he dead yet?
It's not going anywhere. What have you done?
No, nothing. I'm sorry if your toys are so fragile. I just wanted to test something.
What were you testing? Cyrus is a...
Cyrus.
What was your business here?
Oh, Irina. You probably do not know, but he's a spy. He's spying on you for her.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know what I mean. You just don't want to see the truth. You have no friends here.
She just kind of shakes her head. Did you come here to enlighten me as to the motives of my friends, or are you here on other business?
No. No. Mikey's met your friends before yours. Otherwise, trust me, sweet, sweet Irina, you'd be dead by now. And she's gonna have the sweetest smile on her lips as she says that. Because trust me, unless you die, I will go through all of them like paper. Spread their entrails before you, make you suffer, and claim back what is mine in my mistress's heart. Until then, please, enjoy your life or whatever it remains of it. I'll be waiting outside. I've never really liked churches. Please, be sure that he remains alive.
I don't want to take anything from you. I don't understand.
But you already have. Are you just dim? You just being is the reason everything here is happening.
I will stay away from the castle. I don't care. Just leave everyone else alone.
Oh, no. This is not how it works. This is sadly not how it works. And you're gonna see for once her expression turns dark. You see that she's dropping the act, at least for once, and you see her for the monster that she is. You're a thorn in my side, Tatiana. Forever and ever coming back. For some reason, I can't get rid of you.
My name is Irina.
No, it's not. It's not.
Who are you to tell me who I am?
I've killed you before. I've killed you countless times, more than I care, and I'll kill you again. But for once, I will.
Then kill me. Leave everyone else alone.
No. We have friends this time. Let's make it fun. Have a good evening, Irina. She's gonna turn around slowly and head out of the church. And I believe that this is where we'll end for tonight.
I'm alive!
Alive! I'm sorry, guys, if we are cutting it a bit short. Thank you so much for everybody that has been here. Don't you dare! I do dare! I hope that everybody had a great time. Really appreciate it, and everybody that's been here. Just going through so first of all, thank you so much for my 2 amazing players that have been here tonight. I think that we did amazing with that little scene and everything that's gone before that. Thank you so much for all that. So props to Sorcery Arts and to Han for being here. We're going to go through a few announcements. So as I said at the beginning of the stream, if you have not checked it out, on Commodore Zed's channel, he did an avatar, the Groovy Era, and it's been amazing. I've been following it. If you have not followed it, go check out this content. If you want more of it, be sure to let him know. I think he's right here in chat. So if you want more of the Groovy Era of Avatar, let him know. Go like and go follow him. And I'm sure he's going to have some amazing content. He does have Kennel and Me Hall, and 2 others that are coming up for content like that. Otherwise, he does some amazing Warhammer content, painting memes, and everything like that. On the 14th, so if you don't know anything about me before I said that, but if you don't know anything about me, I'm a nerd for Power Ranger, absolute nerd of Power Rangers. I love it so much. If you want to support me and support original content and check out something that's a bit different, on the 14th from 9 to midnight, from 8 to midnight, we will be having a one-shot of Power Rangers Chrono Squad. I will be showing you guys in a second again the trailer, so you guys can. Sorry, not the trailer, but the official intro of the one shot, so you guys can see that and check out. So you know what? I'm gonna let you guys check it out right now.
Through the vortex, we take our stand. Time twists like grains of sand. Villains plotting to erase the line. Chrono Squad leaps, we're right on time. Power Rangers, we won't back down. Through the ages, we wear the crown. History bends, but we make it right. Chrono Squad leaps, we're right on time.
All right. So, yeah, Power Rangers on the 14th from 8 to midnight. It's going to be great. And we're going to be using the Sentinel comic RPG setting. If you do not know what it is, it's a great system that pretty much allows anything over the top to be going on. So the art from Chrono Squad was done by Bunny is Arting, which is in the channel. She's an amazing and important person for me, so honestly, go check her out as well. I think that's pretty much it. I guess we'll be raiding out. Let's check out who we have to go raid this evening. If you guys have suggestions, I'm always willing to have suggestions for raids. Give me a second while I do that. That's not what I want to do. Here we go. Quickly stream would be raid. If I quickly stream, I mean, why not, right? if you got 2 minutes to get your start. What is that? Sorry, that's my stream. Why not, right? Let's do that here. All right. For some reason, my computer's been so slow. All right. You guys have a suggestion for streaming, for rating?
Kind of looking.
Yeah, we're looking at it right now. Sorry if my voice has been cracking for the stream. A lot of people told me that. I have no voice. What you're hearing right now is the leftovers of my Penzig voice. I've screamed. If you know me, you know I'm also into music a bit. I compose. I am a lyricist for a lot of things. and I've delivered my first paid commission at Penzik. It was very fun. So, all right, Sparkles Mandy. Just give me a second. Or rolls. Let's see.
Go with Sparkles Mandy.
Sparkles.
They're
Mandy.
super nice.
They are.
Yeah, they're super nice.
All right. Give me a second. Let's go Sparkles Mandy's. We've rated Roll the Misadventures before, so let's give some love to some other people. All right. Give me a second. Sparkles Sparkles Mandy, Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here this evening. Let's give out some love to some more D&D content. Let's go give some love to Sparkle Mandy's. And we'll be seeing you on Thursday next week Thursday for Power Rangers, and then Wednesdays for Kingmaker. We will be trying to squeeze in a Kingdom Council at some point. But yeah, keep posted for that, guys, and we'll be seeing how that goes. All right, we will be starting the raid right here. I'm also, by the way, taking suggestions on a raid command, because we don't have a raid command yet, and I feel that we should definitely have one. All right. Give me a second. Oh yes, irate. Last minute irates. Thank you so much, Montreal Rugby Star. This is your irate right here. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I'll be seeing you for Power Rangers on the 14th. Stay cool. And let's see you then. All right.